Hi everyone, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. So in this video, we're going to talk more about the Madeline Soto case. I have some documents I want to talk about. Now, I'm jumping on this kind of late. Everyone else covering the story has pretty much talked about this, at least to an extent. And I was going to just read the entire incident report to you all, but it is very long. If you want to read the entire report, I recommend checking out gavinfish.com. He's also on YouTube. Check out his website. You can join his Patreon for, I think, as low as $3. I do $3 a month. He's the only Patreon I'm subscribed to, or the only Patreon I've joined. And he's got really good information, not only regarding this case, but other cases. And when you think about how expensive it is to compile all this information, you know, that's a very small price to pay to, get a hold of these documents. Now, it makes excellent videos and he has great content, and he is just, I like his channel and his website very much. So it's gavinfish.com. Go ahead and check him out. But that is where I got this from. Again, if you want to read the entire incident report, go check him out, and you can do what you got to do to see it. Or I'm sure there are other YouTubers who are going over the whole thing. He goes over, I think, most of it on his channel, but I'm only going to go over certain parts of it. But I will start at the very beginning with the supplemental report with just the background, so anyone new to this knows the background. So it just says right here, the supplemental report. And I'm sorry, I have to wear my glasses. If the glare bothers you, I apologize for that. The supplemental report documents the involvement in this investigation by Detective Kevin O'Malley and summarizes additional involvement by the Orange County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit in the timeline and involvement of the Homicide Unit's investigation and assistance with the investigation into the murder of Madeline Soto. Background. On February 26, 2024 at 1643 hours, the Orange County Sheriff's Office 911 Communication Center received a phone call advising that a female named Madeline Soto had not been seen since, 13-year-old female, had not been seen since 0800 hours on February 26, 2024. And so that's where we are so far. And then there's just a description of her clothes and just kind of a rundown of people involved in the case, like the detectives and stuff. So I want to scroll down. Okay, this is just about how they took his car in and got evidence from his car, because they didn't know what would be potential evidence or not, because at this point in the investigation, they didn't know what had happened. Like, what had come of Madeline. So right here, oh no, I don't. This is him throwing her belongings in the trash, being caught on, But from what I gather from all this information is they caught on to him pretty early on. Pretty early on. So we're going to move down here to interview with Jennifer Soto, and by Detective Andrew Calise, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and Detective Luis Acosta. On Wednesday, February 28th, 2024, Jennifer Soto and Stephen Stearns responded to the Orange County Sheriff's Office and were interviewed separately regarding this investigation. Jennifer Soto was interviewed in the Orange County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Division conference room initially by Detective Andrew Calise of the Orange County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit and Detective Luis Acosta of the Orange County Sheriff's Office Sex Crimes Unit. Eventually, the interview was taken over and continued by members of the Kissimmee Police Department Major Case Unit. The following is a synopsis of Detective Calise's, I call him Calise, interview with Jennifer Soto. Okay, this is, some of this material might be upsetting to some, so if things regarding child essay bother you, maybe click out and I'll catch you later. During the interview, Jennifer confirmed that, I think this says Stefan or Madeline, or that Madeline lives with her, and they redacted her roommates' names and Stefan Stearns. As the interview continued, Jennifer stated that on rare occasions, Madeline and Stefan slept in the same bed. Should be no occasion, but okay. According to Jennifer, the reasons for this is so she could get some sleep because sometimes all three of them sleep in the same bed. Jennifer also confirmed with Detective Khalees that she and Stefan had been sexually intimate. Detective Khalees presented Jennifer with various images that were recovered from Stefan's cell phone. The first image was a hand placed on the buttocks of a white female. After viewing the image, Jennifer identified the hand belonging to Stefan. Next, Detective Khalees showed Jennifer a close-up photograph of a white male penis. Jennifer viewed the picture but was unable to identify the penis. Detective Khalees then presented Jennifer with another image of, God, he's gross, with another image of a penis pulled over a pair of pants. Again, Jennifer viewed this image and identified the penis as belonging to Stefan. Jennifer believed this was Stefan's penis based on the clothing and blanket near the penis. This guy, man, is a piece of work. A few moments later, Detective Khalees paused the interview with Jennifer and waited for Kissimmee Police Department detectives to respond so the interview could continue. Detective Khalees did not participate in their interview with Jennifer once Kissimmee detectives arrived. On February 28, 2024, members of the Orange County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit conducted a search in the area of Old Hickory Tree Road in St. Cloud, Florida, in an attempt to locate video surveillance or witnesses. And then it just lists the detectives involved. We're just going to go past that. On February 28, 2024, Stefan Stearns arrived at the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and he was placed into an interview room, which was monitored by both audio and video recording. While in the interview room, I became aware that Stefan Stearns was in possession of an Apple iPhone and had recently come into possession of it. I walked in the interview room and asked Stefan Stearns if he would provide me his cellular phone, which he did by removing it from his pocket and handing it to me. Okay. It's about the search of the car. Okay, so now we're going to go into Chris Stearns' interview, which I believe this is one that I had played for y'all in a previous video. On February 28th, 2024, Jennifer Soto and Stefan Stearns came to Orange County. Okay, this is more about their interview. Chris Stearns is Stefan Stearns' father, was interviewed by Corporal Alexander Richards, Corporal Evan Avila, and Corporal Brandon Ilgen from Kissimmee Police Department in regards to this investigation, and is summarized as follows. Chris Stearns was in the parking lot waiting on his son Stefan, and it looks like the roommates and Jennifer Soto while they were being interviewed at 2500 West Colonial Drive. Chris was never detained and was waiting in the parking lot for a considerable amount of time before the interview took place. The interview began in the parking lot of 2500 West Colonial Drive, progressed into the front lobby of the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and eventually concluded in the Criminal Investigation Division lobby. At no time was Chris detained. The interview was surreptitiously recorded and later submitted to evidence. The interview was mostly regarding background information for Stefan, Jennifer, and Madeline. Chris informed me that he owns a storage unit that was discovered in his name in Northport, Florida. The storage unit was later searched by Northport PD pursuant to a search warrant. Okay. So that wasn't that exciting. I'm sorry about not that. I mean, I don't like to say exciting. Interesting, I guess. Okay. Through the course of this investigation, tips came in regarding the investigation from people who wanted to assist in this investigation and people who saw or knew Madeline, Stephen Stearns, or Jennifer Soto. On February 29th, 2024, called, it doesn't say, but it says called the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I assume that's Marily Alejandro, because it says that's the person that placed the call, but in the sentence they don't state their name, and reported that she had information in regards to this investigation. Detective Savelli and Detective Sile Smallwood responded to her residence and conducted an interview with her, summarized as follows. On February 29th, 2024, Mary Lee Alejandro called the Orange County Sheriff's Office and reported she possibly had information on this case. And here's the summary. She came to know Stephen Stearns through working with him at Disney. She explained their relationship became intimate around December of 2022 and ended in May of 2023. Mary Lee Alejandro stated Stephen Stearns told her that he still slept at Jennifer Soto's residence and specifically in the bed with Madeline. Mary Lee said Stephen Stearns justified the behavior by saying he needed to cuddle with her so she could fall asleep. Mary Lee Alejandro further recalled a conversation she had with Stephen Stearns where he told her that he woke up in the bed with Madeline with an erection and had to turn around in the bed. Yeah, I bet he turned around. She felt the comments Stephen Stearns made to her about sleeping with Madeline were inappropriate, and she stopped talking to him shortly after they were made. That's gross. I want to address something really quick, and I'm probably going to talk about this in another video. As people are like pissed at Disney. They're like, Disney, look into your people. How can they look into someone who has never been convicted of this crime before? They can't, Disney is great, but they can't look into the future. Thank you. Leave Disney alone, for crying out loud. Okay, so now we're going back down. There's another Jennifer Soto interview. On Friday, March 1st, 2024, Jennifer Soto came to the Orange County Sheriff's Office and agreed to be interviewed again in regards to this case. The interview took place in an interview room that was monitored by both audio and video recording. The interview room consisted of a couch, a coffee table, chairs, and end tables. The interview room is not a normal interview room, but a more comfortable and open space. I asked Jennifer Soto to go over her timeline of events of the past week and told her that I wanted to start from Sunday and move through the week. Jennifer Soto started telling me about their day and evening on Sunday, February 25th, 2024. Their family was having a birthday celebration for Madeline, but Jennifer Soto could not attend because she had just started a new job. I also want to clarify, February 25th was not Madeline's birthday. That's the day they had their birthday party. The day they had her birthday party. Her birthday was on February 22nd. And there are some people that are saying it's weird that they had her birthday party after her birthday. That's not weird. A lot of people celebrate birthdays on weekends. I don't understand why that's so hard to comprehend. Maybe it's because they want to pick Jennifer Soto apart so much that they're just going to pick on things that are, that everybody does. I don't know. But anyway, let me get back to this. Jennifer could not attend because she had just started a new job. Stephen Stearns, which I totally understand, started a new job. You can't go to the party. I get it. Stephen Stearns, it says Stephen Stearns came to the birthday celebration, but that's not what Stephen said. Stephen said he did not go to the birthday celebration. He arrived at the home later after Madeline got home, or when Madeline got home. So I don't understand that, but I'm just going to read this for what it says. Stephen Stearns came to the birthday celebration and brought Madeline back to their residence after the celebration. See, it was said before that he did not go to the birthday celebration and that Madeline's aunt, Jennifer Soto's sister, brought her back. So I don't know. Maybe more of that will be mentioned in here. When Jennifer Soto arrived back home, Madeline was getting ready for bed and doing her nighttime routine. Jennifer Soto arrived home around 2230 hours and Madeline and Stephen Stearns were both awake. Jennifer Soto advised everyone still was awake around 2300 hours and told them, Madeline and Stephen Stearns, that they needed to go to bed. She advised they, Madeline and Stephen Stearns, went to bed together upstairs, and she stayed downstairs in her own bedroom. She remembered that sometime through the evening, Stephen Stearns woke up to use the restroom downstairs and then returned upstairs where he was sleeping with Madeline. Disgusting. Because I just, I can't say for certain, and I don't want to be one of those people that automatically blames the mom. But after all this time, how could she just not know? It just, I mean, I understand sometimes, people have guile and are good at hiding things, but whew. Jennifer Soto said on the morning of Monday, February 26, 2024, she was awoken by Stephen Stearns coming into her bedroom to get the dog, to walk the dog. She never got out of bed or left the room. She told me she heard noise in the kitchen and originally assumed it was Madeline getting ready for school, but admitted it could have been anyone inside the residence and was not aware whether or not the noise she heard was in fact Madeline. Jennifer Soto told us she did not wake up and leave the bedroom until approximately 0900 hours on Monday, February 26, 2024. She left and went to a doctor's appointment at LabCorp and did not return home until 1100 hours or 11:15 hours. When she returned home, Stephen Stearns was back at the residence. He told her he accidentally left his cell phone at the residence when he left that morning to bring Madeline to school, but said that everything went well and described their morning, detailing that Madeline got up early and got ready quickly, and then told her that Madeline slept the whole way to school. He detailed that he offered her McDonald's multiple times, which was their original plan for breakfast, but she said no. He also told her he had gone to the vape shop, but they were closed. The two hung out at the residence alone, and Jennifer Soto said Stephen Stearns was sitting at their computer chair and started talking about updating his phone. While sitting there, he told her that he had just accidentally factory reset his cellular phone. Soon after, Stephen Stearns told her that he was planning on going out and shopping at a few gaming shops and then would return home to go pick Madeline up from school with her. Jennifer Soto said she stayed at the residence until approximately 1430 hours and Stephen Stearns had not returned home. She said she tried calling him, but it did not answer. Approximately 10 minutes after she had left to pick up Madeline from school, Stephen Stearns called her and advised he was sorry and that he again left his phone at home. Stephen Stearns told Jennifer Soto that while he was gone, he got a flat tire somewhere on 192 and described that the tire was shredded and fell apart. Jennifer Soto went to the school to pick up Madeline, but she was not at school, and she eventually figured out that Madeline never went to school on February 26, 2024. After reaching out to friends and family, Jennifer Soto eventually notified law enforcement that Madeline was missing. She then called Stephen Stearns and verified that he dropped Madeline off for school on that date. After law enforcement arrived, Jennifer Soto and Stephen Stearns returned to her residence in separate vehicles. As the night started winding down, Stephen Stearns told her he was going out and cruise and look for Madeline. Jennifer Soto confirmed that Stephen Stearns took her 2022 Nissan Sentra to go look for Madeline and said he drove up and down 192. He did not tell her the exact location of where he searched, but admitted in the morning that he took her car. The following day, February 27th, 2024, Jennifer Soto said Stephen Stearns slept most of the day while she woke up and called various resources to try to get help finding Madeline. Later in the day, Jennifer Soto said reporters came to the residence to interview them regarding Madeline's disappearance and described that Stephen Stearns was awake at this time. Jennifer Soto described a webcam-based interview with the news station Fox 35. She described Stephen Stearns as emotional and ugly crying during the interview with Fox 35. The interview, what a weird term to use, ugly crying, when it's such a serious situation. But the interview moved to Wednesday evening, which was February 28th, 2024. Orange County detectives asked Stephen Stearns for his cellular device and permission to search his cellular device. Jennifer Soto described that Stephen Stearns gave his phone to detectives, but then while in a car with her, he began to get nervous about not having his phone. At one point, while the detectives were searching their residence, Stephen Stearns began using Jennifer Soto's phone inside the car. Interesting that they wanted his phone but didn't really want to take Jennifer's phone. You know what I mean? Jennifer Soto described that Stephen Stearns was trying to log into his email while using her phone. During the course of the search of their residence, Jennifer Soto said she felt as if law enforcement was honing in on Stephen Stearns, and she felt as if they were going after the wrong suspect, so she recommended he get a lawyer. She said they called Stephen Stearns' father and said, "I think we need to get you a lawyer." Once they realized they could not go back into their residence, Chris Stearns assisted them in getting a hotel room. According to Jennifer Soto, she began getting ready for bed, and Stephen Stearns immediately fell asleep in one of the beds and was asleep by the time she had come out of the bathroom. On the morning of February 28th, 2024, when she woke up, Stephen Stearns was awake and had a Wawa cup in his possession. He told her he had gone to 192, which is where he got the Wawa cup, but did not tell her that he drove to Northport, Florida. Once we established a timeline for the events that occurred on Monday, February 26, 2024, through the time Stephen Stearns was arrested, the interview shifted to her history with Stephen Stearns. The two reportedly met at a previous employer and were co-workers in 2017. The two lived with each other at times, and at other times they did not live together. They resided at various residences together. Jennifer Soto, Stephen Stearns, and Madeline lived together as a family unit when they were living in the same residence. When Jennifer Soto, Stephen Stearns, and Madeline lived in the same residence, they all shared the same bed, even though there were separate living arrangements and separate bedrooms that could have provided Madeline her own place to sleep. During the course of their relationship, Jennifer Soto decided that she and Stephen Stearns were not going to work out and said they needed their own space. Stephen Stearns moved to the upstairs bedroom of their residence in June of 2023 and lived in that bedroom as his own until December of 2023 when he moved to Northport, Florida. Jennifer Soto said she and Madeline have a good and open relationship, but admitted that she tends to share more with Stephen Stearns and described that within the last week, at the time of this interview, Madeline told Stephen Stearns that she had a crush on a boy at school, which Stephen Stearns told Jennifer Soto about. I wonder if that's what set him off. Because he probably, in his sick, twisted head, this was a real relationship with Madeline, you know? Jennifer Soto didn't know if Madeline told Stephen Stearns in person or via the phone about having a crush on a boy at school. I asked Jennifer Soto how she felt Stephen Stearns reacted to Madeline having a crush on a boy, and she said he was excited for her and that it was super cute. Well, yeah, he's going to say that to her. We began speaking about the living situation in the residence, as it appeared common that Madeline and Stephen Stearns slept in the same bed together, even though they were not blood related or even extended family. Jennifer Soto said she had a rule that Madeline was not allowed to sleep in the bed with Stephen Stearns. Jennifer Soto claimed Stephen Stearns never requested to sleep in the same bed as Madeline, but she struggled to maintain focus when she answered the question. Jennifer Soto claimed Madeline asked for sleepovers with Stephen Stearns and said she wanted to watch movies and eat snacks. She then went in to talking about the three of them staying in the same bed together back in June of 2023 and described she would sleep on one side of the bed, Madeline would sleep in the middle, and Stephen Stearns would sleep on the other side. Jennifer Soto acknowledged she eventually okayed the sleepovers between Madeline and Stephen Stearns. I'm sorry, I need a sip. The interview continued in a path as to find out Jennifer Soto had any knowledge of the current location of Madeline Soto's body, Jennifer Soto remained steadfast that she did not know where the body of Madeline was, continued to deny all involvement in regards to having knowledge of the murder, and continued to deny all knowledge of the victimization by Stephen Stearns. During portions of the interview, Jennifer Soto continuously protected Stephen Stearns, was questioned about why she prioritizes Stephen Stearns over Madeline, and even at one point referred to the sex stuff as not evil, but the murder of Madeline as evil. First of all, it's not sex stuff. There wasn't sex. It was rape. Get it right. Okay. Sorry, got a little heated there. The interview eventually ended, but Jennifer Soto did not show the same level of emotion or care in regards to on Madeline's ongoing victimization by Stephen Stearns than she did her disappearance. It appeared to me that she has already accepted that the victimization was happening, and her motion appeared fictitious. Oh, it looks like so they did seize her cell phone. Vehicle releases. There are a lot of crime scene photos, and I can share them with y'all, but you can see all of those on gavinfish.com also. And you don't have to join Patreon to see those. Through the course of this investigation, it was determined that Madeline was deceased when leaving her apartment in Kissimmee, Florida, Osceola County. The investigation showed travel into and out of Orange County, Florida, as well as the initial fictitious last seen location of redacted in Orange County, Florida. On Friday, March 1st, 2024, Madeline Soto's body was found in St. Cloud, Florida. Based on the facts and circumstances of the case, the Orange County Sheriff's Office continued to assist the Kissimmee Police Department in their missing person homicide investigation. The supplemental investigative report, along with supplemental reports written by the Orange County Sheriff's Office detectives and deputies, documented the search. And this is just the conclusion about the documentation. Okay, so that's it for that one. Now, hold on. Bear with me, because there are a lot of other documents. Okay. He added a ton more, it looks like. Oh, maybe he didn't really add a ton more. He added more. But. Was this it? Let me see this. Okay, this is weird. This is more about Mary Lee, the lady that dated him, that broke up with him for the remarks he made about Madeline. This detective asked Mary Lee about their intimate relationship more in depth. She disclosed that Stephen had a tough time having an erection. Well, of course he did. He liked little girls. And described one very weird occasion where Stephen had her lay face down completely flat as if she were dead, and had intercourse with her. And she said that was the only time he was very erect. She asked if Stephen had ever disclosed being sexual with Madeline, but he never disclosed. And there's audio about that somewhere. I haven't seen it. Some of this may be repeat information, but I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. On March 1st, 2024, Detective O'Malley and I interviewed Jennifer Soto at the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Jennifer provided a sworn verbal statement summarized as Detective O'Malley asked Jennifer to explain the timeline of events. And so it was the same timeline. I don't think this was. Um, hold up. That's not right. Let me find. There's one specific one I want to talk about, I think. Unless we covered it already. I'm sorry, you guys. So this is just more of the same information. No, that's not it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just seeing if there's anything else in here that Jennifer Soto said that I want to talk about. I know there is, but I don't know if he's got it in here. Very in-depth investigation, of course. Man. So I will provide a link to his website, Gavin Fish's website, as well as his YouTube channel. So in the document I'm trying to find, and I'm not doing it because I'm perverted or anything, but it's because Jennifer states that she refused to have a certain type of sex with him. But over here in the legal documents I found on him in his charges, he didn't have a problem doing that with a little girl when she was less than 12 years old. It says right here, Andrew Asher Bain, state attorney of the Ninth Judicial Circuit, prosecuting for the state of Florida, blah, blah, blah. Charges that Stephen Michael Stearns, a person 18 years of age or older, on or about the second day of August 2022 in said county and state, did, in violation of Florida Statute 794.0112, commit a battery upon a female identified as Madeline Soto, a person less than 12 years of age, and in furtherance thereof, Stephen Michael Stearns with his in her. And so he didn't have a problem doing that to Madeline. Um, you know, I guess he forced her to do it. He didn't care, but I guess he couldn't force Jennifer to do it, which is gross either way. I mean, it's bad. It's bad no matter how you look at it, but this whole case is so nightmarish. It's so terrible. Just what he did to this little girl. And this is about all the evidence they found against him. Just, I mean, don't you just want to smack him? I wonder if all those stupid heifers that are so in love with Wade Wilson and don't think he should get the death penalty will have the same kind of, because all of them like to say, well, I'm just opposed to the death penalty. I wonder if they're opposed to the death penalty for this piece of garbage. I really do wonder that, you know, because it's just so awful that people are so forgiving. And Madeline was, I wish I could find information out about Madeline where I can make like a tribute video for her, because she deserves positive attention, you know? Oh, well, I'm trying to find y'all. Oh, here we go. Anyway, so that's it. I just really wanted to read those parts of those documents just to kind of go over them and whatever. And I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on the whole situation. I know that there are people who are opposed to the death penalty. I think it's appropriate in this case. What he did is disgusting. I just, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to argue that point. What he did is disgusting. But as far as Jennifer Soto's involvement, I, and this is just my opinion, you're entitled to yours. I don't think she was involved. I think she was just an incredibly stupid, lonely woman who would have put up with anything, who didn't want to believe he would do such a thing to Madeline. But I believe that somewhere inside her she knew, and she still chose to cover for him. She's not going to be charged with anything. I'm not surprised by that at all. It seems like I'm the only person not surprised by that. I'm not surprised at all that she's not going to be charged with anything. She's not. They haven't found her criminally responsible for anything, so she's not going to be charged with anything. Maybe they will if the investigation is still ongoing. Maybe they will, but they've said they're not going to. So um, I I feel like she's not safe. I think that she probably is probably going to have to move away or something, because believe it or not, there are a lot of people in this world that don't know about this case. Um, but I don't know. We'll just we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But everybody better just make peace with the fact that she's not going to be charged with anything. I didn't think she was going to be charged with anything. Do I think she's responsible? Yes. Do I think she's criminally responsible? They didn't find her criminally responsible. So there's a difference between being responsible and being criminally responsible. So yeah. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to go. I have to finish working on my uh, discussion of Mommy Dead and Dearest, so I need to go work on that. But I will talk to everybody later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Sorry about the moments of silence. I just was going over to see if there was anything else I wanted to discuss. And if I do find something else I want to talk about in the case, we will. But go visit gavinfish.com. Visit Gavin Fish on YouTube. He's great. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to everyone later. Bye.